Hello. Okay, so I was gonna talk about a book, and then I have to go straight home because I gotta go into work early tomorrow. Um, so that's fun. Um, so we're gonna talk about a book real quick, and then I'm gonna go home. So the book that I want to talk about is called Sawkill Girls, and it's by Claire Legrand. Legrand? I say Legrand, but it's probably Legrand. I don't know. This is what it looks like. It is a YA novel, and it is about it's about like a well, like horror. It's like a little bit cosmic-y horror on an island, and it's got I. The reason I'm hesitating is because I know there's two girls. Um, there is a third, but I can't remember if that person is a they them or a she they, or if it's even one of those pronoun situations. I know that they are like ace, which is cool. There's a lot. I really like this particular book. What part of the reason is because there's like there's somebody that's bi, there's somebody that's a lesbian, and there's somebody that's ace, and I like that representation is there. I think it's really cool, especially for like a horror-esque novel, which also has like some. I'm not usually or always into the flowery prose. Purple prose usually doesn't really do it for me, but it was really cute in this. Like, it was nice. I liked it in this one. It doesn't always do it for me. Like, sometimes it's a little, but I really liked it in this one because of the horror vibes. That's probably why. Because the horror vibes, and because there was a lot of representation, because we were trying to build an atmosphere, and we had, this collection of characters that we were like trying to like really get into their motivations, and for wanting to solve. I don't know if they're so much trying to solve the mystery as much as survive it, as much as overthrow it, as much as like um to thrive and overcome, I think, is more of the thing than solving it. But I don't want to say what the mystery is because I don't want to accidentally give too much away. I know I normally do a little bit of spoilery stuff, and I kind of am, but I don't want to go that far because the intrigue of it is, in the way that it develops, is very interesting. I do think about this book quite a bit because it's one of two books that take place on an island, and it's got a lot of like queer representation, and I love that. I like this one more than the other one that I think of, which is Wilder Girls. Wilder Girls is in the list, by the way, but this one in particular is on the list because I really liked the prose. It was unnerving, and it was a little gross sometimes, and it was a little rough sometimes to like sit through, even though it was like flowery and pretty. And I say flowery not in that, like, yes, there were flowers in it, but like I'm pretty sure, but like I don't mean flowery as in like literal flowers. I mean flowery as in like pretty for the sake of pretty. The writing itself was pretty for the sake of pretty, didn't actually always, it didn't always, contribute, but it did kind of lend itself more and more towards this, like, this overarching kind of cosmic level horror that we're thinking that, like, we're getting to. I did really enjoy the characters. I There's a scene with a horse and it jumping off of a cliff that I think about like way too much. If that's gonna bother you, normally animal stuff does bother me too. It's a very short scene, but I still think about it a lot. And I know that the horse doesn't make it, but I pretend that the horse wasn't real, and I just think about the scenery and I pretend like the horse was a ghost. Not gonna lie to you, that's what I do for that particular scene, because the writing for it was incredible. Don't like what happened, obviously, but the writing for it was incredible. It was a very, I don't want to call it an eerie moment, but it was definitely a tone setter. Um, it didn't quite hit eerie because it was a little too purple prose, a little too much. But instead of me sitting there waiting for the next like eerie moment, and then that being the best one, I knew what I was getting. I knew what I was getting into. I knew the stakes. I knew the vibe that we were going for. I knew so much just from that one scene, and that's a huge influence to me as like a writer and as a reader, because I look for those scenes to like really make an impression on me, and it did. And this one really did make an impression on me because I'm still thinking about it, because I like when I think of books with queer representation, this is one of the first ones that pops into my head. I did really enjoy it. Was it the best book I've ever read? No. It had it. There were issues in that. Part of the issue was that some of the characters were a little hard to continue enjoying. Like, they had their good moments, but sometimes they were just really difficult to not so much care about, but empathize with. Sometimes they were a little much. Which is fine. They should be. They're teenage girls. It's fine. And like there's I don't remember one boy. I'm not gonna reread it, but like I only remember that one boy. I don't remember all the characters, obviously. I read this a couple of years ago. I still think about it. I still think about the scenes that like inspire me to like remember that like I can like bridge out of my norm, which is my norm is like not enjoying purple prose. I did enjoy it in this one, and I didn't always enjoy it, but I did enjoy it when I enjoyed it, and I think that is quite the leap, considering I don't usually enjoy it. So that was a thing. It's I did also really like the twist. I liked the plot. I loved the representation. I liked the island vibes, but it wasn't like tropical island. It was like, I don't know. It didn't. Instead, the island felt very like not foreboding, but like secluded. And it wasn't, because you could see mainland from, like, I remember that part, like you could see mainland, but like it felt like it wasn't easy to get to or away from. Like, you weren't always supposed to be there, and I really enjoyed that aspect. I really enjoyed that scenery, that kind of setting. That was cool. It was so cool. But yeah, I do often recommend this book, and I'm still going to. You should absolutely try it, especially if you want to read a queer representation book. It's really fun, and I honestly really enjoyed it. So, have a good night.